Josephine is right here and she's waiting to do mission, and we have Matilda Agbanyega in the news for good reasons, Joe.
Right, today we have great news on mission. You remember we telecast a story about Matilda Agbanyega, a patient, a student who's suffering from cerebral palsy. Yeah. Well, she has gotten a school, West African Senior High School. So we'll give you the details of that story. In June 2016, TV3 telecast a new story on Matilda Agbanyega, a junior high school student with cerebral palsy who wrote the BECE exams. We'll bring you a playback of Matilda's journey.
Her disability is not a barrier to her dreams of becoming a medical doctor. Matilda is living with a condition called cerebral palsy. This is the general term for a number of neurological conditions which affect movement and coordination. She only started mainstream school in her teens, joining regular pupils at the Emmanuel Presbyterian Basic School at Medina. With inclusive education, her lessons were tailored to meet her needs. Her mother, who wanted to remain anonymous, recounted challenges she had to overcome to enable Matilda access education.
And we sent her to a special school, but the special school was not doing much to help her. Even as at now, when we are going somewhere and we are walking, sometimes somebody can just look at her and then hit her foot against something, or some people even fall into a gutter, because I don't know whether she's a strange being.
As Matilda takes a giant leap to greatness, she first has to contend with a staircase that is not disability friendly and a classroom environment with no aid for children with special needs. She braved the odds and joined over 251 candidates at the Medina Islamic Center to write the basic education certificate exams. Matilda is writing the mathematics paper. A student with cerebral palsy may find it difficult to write fast and legibly. In order to assist her, the West African Examination Council granted her the permission to use a laptop for exams.
We used to do group studies, and then where she can't learn, then we help her with the place she doesn't understand.
Currently, WASS has a policy for special needs students which allows them to be given extra time during examinations. Unlike other students, Matilda has an extra 1 hour 30 minutes to complete the maths paper. Despite the additional time given her, there were still some difficulties.
Matilda, how was the paper?
It was a bit difficult.
How does it feel to write the BECE?
It feels normal, but the arrangement was a bit not okay. The buyer need to bring a computer, but they could not bring it.
So who helped you with the computer?
The computer is mine. The social welfare who bought it for me.
Well, 5 months on, Matilda Agbanyega has successfully enrolled as a student of the West African Senior High School, hoping to achieve big dreams despite her disability. Portia Gabo has the rest of the story.
Walking through the compound of the West Africa Senior High School with a sense of pride, Matilda Agbanyega's dream of becoming great in future has just started. When the West Africa Examinations Council, WASS, released results of the June 2016 BECE, Matilda qualified to be placed in school. However, there was a delay in her placement. TV3 followed up at the computerized school selection and placement system, where Matilda was able to gain admission at the West Africa Senior High School.
You know, the Ghana Education Service is running an all-inclusive system of education now. So we have also incorporated it in our system that we are running. So we make sure that all candidates, provided you make the mark to go to a particular school, you go there. So with Matilda's case, she did the exams. She qualified to be placed, and we made sure we placed her in West Africa Senior High School for her to have an inclusive education as we are already implementing.
Ghana in 2016 began the implementation of an inclusive education policy. Inclusive education recognizes and responds to the diverse needs of students with special needs, accommodating both different styles and rates of learning and ensuring quality education to all. Prior to starting school, teaching staff and students of the West Africa Senior High School were educated on Matilda's condition.
I was privileged to watch the program on TV3 that showed us Matilda. At the time, she was writing a BECE, and I was touched indeed. And as if by design, he has been sent to West Africa Senior High School.
With support from her peers, teachers and parents, Matilda feels comfortable and is able to participate in class.
Maid servants. The maid belongs to which class of words?
Enough.
Clap for Matilda.
How are you coping in school?
Quite.
Your colleagues here, how are they treating you?
Quite. They are treating me good. They help me in going around the school and we eat together.
The headmaster and teaching staff of the West Africa Senior High School have vowed to do all it takes to make Matilda succeed.
Sometimes when she's suffering, I help her. She's very humble and I like her so much.
Do you think she can be who she wants to be in future?
Yes, I believe that because she never gives up.
She is a very intelligent girl, and when you enter the class, if you are not told, you hardly notice that there's anything or something wrong with her.
5 months ago, TV3 brought to you the inspiring story of Matilda Agbenyega. She's now a student at the West Africa Senior High School and wants to be a nurse in future. She has one message for persons with disability, that disability is not inability. Matilda, however, wants one challenge addressed.
I want to tell Maya to provide the software so that doing exam can be faster and easier.
Due to her concern, TV3 followed up at the West Africa Examinations Council.
Well, anything that the council can do to support special needs candidates will do that. So I think we'll take that into consideration and see what we can do, which will not benefit only her, but with other candidates in the future who have such needs.
Matilda Agbenyega says she will not let her condition be a barrier to achieving success.
I want to encourage parents to send their words to school, because if you want to become a successful person in future, it's through education.
Portia Gabo, TV3.